Hello everyone, my name remains Ikpera Victory Ifeona. Ikpera Victory Ifeona. Now, today we want to look at key signatures. We are dealing with theory of music. Theory of music. Another the topic we are considering is key signatures. Key signatures. Okay. Key signature is a symbol of a number of sharps or flats or absence of both in the case of key C, occurring at the beginning of each staff, following the clef to indicate the tonal center of the music. I repeat again, key signature is a symbol of a number of sharps or flats or absence of both in the case of a C, occurring at the beginning of each staff, following the clef to indicate the tonal center of the music. So the key signature we are talking about are symbols. They are symbols of a number of sharps or flats. Now, the shafts I will show you later on when I'm going to give you example. Now I will show you what shafts or flat signs are. Now they are symbol of a number of shafts or flat or absence of both in the case of PC occurring at the beginning, meaning this flat or shaft dey occur at the beginning of staff. They occur at the beginning of staff. Now following the clef signs, that is we have what we call clef signs at the beginning of staff. I've done this in my first tutorial, the first lesson in theory of music that I did, which I equally posted. The all these things clef sign they are there. The staff itself it has been taught. So by the grace of God, I'm still going to show you again. Now the major function of the key signature to indicate the tonal center of the music. Now let us quickly look at the role of the key signature. The role of the key signature. One, to identify the key on which a piece of music is composed. To identify the key on which a piece of music is composed. That is, if you are given a piece of music to sight read or to transcribe, now the first thing you should look at is that you should look at the key signature, that is on which key on the particular song is composed. As if somebody composed a song, locked it up with a particular key. So now you that is going to work on that piece of music should be able to identify the type of key on which the piece of music is composed, so that is what will show you the scale of the music, that is how the music the scale goes up and down, goes up, goes down, goes down. So the tonal center of that piece of music is hinged on the key signature. That is what we say, okay, this piece of music is on key D, this piece of music is on key B, this piece of music is either on key C, and so on and so forth. All right, now another one to guide the performer in flattening or sharpening the appropriate note. Now in the same piece of music, this same key signature, some sign of this key signature, the sharp or flat, can equally occur in between notes in the piece of music. So either they either tell you to increase or you lower a particular note in that piece of music. Don't worry, by the time we get to the practical aspect of it, I'll begin to show you some of these things and how they are used in the piece of music. All right, without wasting key signatures. Now we talk about sharp, we talk about flat signs the other time. Now look at the sign of the sharp sign here. This is the sharp sign. This is how it look at it. Look at like ash. This sharp sign. So it's called sharp sign. Now the one that look like B, that position like B like this, not B, but it's called the flat sign in music. Flat sign in music. So this is how these are the sign used in key signature. Now they will occur at the beginning of the staff. Please let me quickly make an example for you. Let's see. So I will give you, sorry, from the bottom to the top there are 5 lines. This is what we call staff. One, two, three, four, 5. This is staff. This is the staff. Look like this. So I will show you something like this here to indicate this is what we call the clear sign. This is your clear sign that we are talking about since. And then after this clear sign, you will now have what we call, you can either have some sign like this, either sharp sign, hmm? Another one can be placed like this. But you find them after this clear sign. Now this is what we call your key signature. This is the key signature. Hmm? So you have only two signs like that, two sharps at the beginning. So this is how the signs will be placed at the staff at the beginning of the staff. After this clear sign, we now have the key signature. Now what we have on the board here, what we have on the board here, we have one sharp like this. Whenever you see this type of sign, only one at the beginning of the staff after this clear sign in any piece of music given to you, you should know that you are working on key G. You are working on key G. That is, the song is composed on the key of G. So your scale, you work on the scale of G. Don't worry, I will teach you how you work on the scale of this all this key. Now two sharp. That is, whenever you have it as two like this, like the way I place it here, you should know that you are working on the key of G. Whenever you have three sharps this way, that is, make them three on the staff, that is, you are working on key of A. 4 sharps, you are working on the key of A. 5 sharps, you are working on the key of B. No sharp or any signs or flat, you are working on the key of, that is, no sharp or flat sign means the key of C. That is, the key of C in a piece of music has no all this. You will not find any of these things at the beginning of the key. So everything here will be free. That is, there will be the triviality of any sign. So it means that you are working on the key of C. Now let us talk about the flat sign. Flat sign. So whenever you see flat sign like something like B this way, it's supposed to be from the bottom to the top. Always draw, but permit me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after your, so if you have something like this here, you have something, don't worry, I did not do it very well. So whenever you have something of this nature after the clear sign, you have something like B like this way, not B, but it's called flat sign. Whenever you have them, so if you have only one flat, not two, if you have only one, it is called key of F. 2 flat, key B. 3 flat, key E. 4 flat, key A. 5 flat, key of D. No flat sign is called the key C. So if you have an empty staff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this way, without any sign here, this is called key C. You see, there's nothing, no sign, no flat or sharp sign. It's called the key of C. All right. So I repeat again: 1 sharp on the key G, 2 sharp key D, 3 sharp key A, 4 sharp key E, 5 sharp key B. No flat or no flat or sharp key C. 1 flat key E, 2 flat key B, 3 flat key E, 4 flat key A, and 5 flat the key of G. Thanks and God bless you. Thanks and God bless you. Please make sure you watch the video over and over again to be able to understand this lesson. Thank you.